All right, we're at the airport.
Business is business.
Business is business. We are at the gate, and we're about to board the plane. So we'll see you when we land. So we just landed. We are about to head out of the airport to catch an Uber or a Lyft. Then we will head to the hotel. Then afterwards we will go and get some dinner. The weather looks like it might not hold up that well tomorrow and Saturday, so we'll see about snow and rain. But I'll keep you updated on the way through. Alright, so we're walking to go to dinner, and we spotted a soccer field where we can possibly train. So I just wanted to show you guys this. It has a bridge and everything, and a little soccer field. We're probably not going to do so much training on that field, huh?
Yeah, probably not this.
Probably not this time. Alright, what's going on, guys? We just made it back from dinner. We ended up going to Subway to play it safe, because usually on these trials it's not going to be glamorous dinners where you can make yourself chicken and rice every night. So also we ended up going to Walmart afterwards to pick up some snacks. We got things like water, bagels, bananas, some granola bars, some cream cheese for the bagels, and some string cheese. Just to add in that extra protein. So right now I'm headed off to bed. It's about 10 p.m. and I will catch you guys in the morning. Alright, how's it going? Good morning, guys. We just went down to breakfast and I ate like a Belgian waffle, some oatmeal, banana. I can usually handle a heavy breakfast, but most people can't. So some people might just have a banana or some water. Just feel how you feel and go with what you know, and that'll be okay. So for right now, we're about to request a Lyft and head down to the field because check-in will be at 9 a.m. And so I'll catch up with you after the first set of the tryout. What's going on, guys? We are here at Titan Sports and Performance Center. So we did 2 sets of tryouts today. We went from 10 to 12, and we also went from 2 till 4. And what happened was, in the morning, it was raining and lightning, so we came inside here to play on 2 indoor fields that you see behind me. And so we did games like that for 20 minutes, and then we would switch teams. There were 4 teams in total. And then we went out to lunch, and we came back at, like I said, 1:30 to play at 2 and until 4. And the weather cleared up pretty nicely. We went outside for the first 20-30 minutes, and we played a game. And I was stuck on a turf field, and the other team was stuck on a grass field. So it is what it is. There's only one turf field here, and the others are grass, which is outside. And so we played for that first game, and then some more lightning came and it started raining heavily, so we came back in here to play again. And so now we are finished. So the first day is done. That is what happened today. So like I said, there was 4 teams. You were split up randomly. You don't know the guys coming in before the tryout unless you bring some friends or you know some people that were on a past team with you. And you just got to deal with the circumstances and show them what you got. All right, so we're going to head off to dinner, probably to Qdoba for a heavy dinner to get us through the night. And we have the snacks back at the hotel. So I will see you at dinner. All right, so we are here at Qdoba. We are about to eat. As you can see, the weather behind me, it is coming down pretty hard. So we're just going to stay here for a little bit and chill out. Honestly, this is one of the nicest Qdobas I have ever been in. It's pretty nice. And I'm just gonna go out there and say it. Qdoba is better than Chipotle. So hit up the comment section below and tell me if you prefer Chipotle or Qdoba. I think the queso is what sets Qdoba far apart from Chipotle. Not like that. Not like that. Straight face. Alright, so currently it's 5 p.m. and we are under tornado watch until 6 p.m. and it is heavily raining outside, as you guys can see. So right now we're just kind of chilling in Qdoba. We don't really have anywhere to be, so we'll kind of wait, hopefully until the rain dies down, and then we will make our way back to the hotel. So I was, when we went outside for the afternoon session from 2 to 4, I was on the turf field, he was on the grass field, like I said before we came to dinner. And it was a bit muddy, wasn't it?
Oh, it's super muddy. It's just dead grass, and then it's raining before, so all that mud is just wet, and there's just slip and slide.
Slip and slide.
Just slip and slide.
Yeah. My service, was turf, so I didn't have any problems. So the first game I got to play on turf, he got to play on grass, and then we didn't switch because we just had to go back inside after that first game. And so then we played indoor again, and I felt like it was better in the afternoon. Like I personally did better in the afternoon than the morning session. You feel the same way? Yeah.
You get more comfortable with your environments.
Yeah.
More comfortable with your teammates.
Yeah. You get more comfortable with the people that you don't know. It's really hard to play with people that you don't know, or people that are trying to make the team as well. So
I think that's one of the hardest things that people don't realize when they come to open tryouts is you're playing with a bunch of people that you don't know them. For one, you don't know their play styles. And then now you're trying to play on a team with them and trying to read how they play, and it's extremely difficult. So that's one of the most important things people need to know is you're playing with people that you don't know. So having that chemistry, there is none of it.
Absolutely no chemistry. Because you don't know how people play, and people could, just take the ball and not pass.
Yep, and there's people just like that don't know anything about soccer, and they just take the ball and run with it, and then another person is really skillful, but he also doesn't pass. And then you're trying to figure out what's this third person gonna do. So it's all a little bit of luck in terms of if you're put on the team with actual players that like to pass and play the game the right way, or are you on the team with a bunch of players that could care less about the team and are just there to show off their cool tricks that they do.
Yeah, no, for real. There was, like I said, 4 teams that were divided randomly, position-based. They asked you positionally where you play before the tryout so that they can, select teams. So it is tough not having any chemistry going onto a field and playing for the first time with people that you don't know. So, I think that's pretty good insight. We are back at the hotel finally. We made it back through the rain. I had to run over to the grocery store across the street from Qdoba and get a toothbrush because that is the one thing that I forgot. And so we took a lift back to the hotel finally. We showered up, and now we're just gonna chill, probably get a stretching session in to take care of our bodies, eat some bananas to get the potassium, and we will wake up and do it again tomorrow. We start at the same time. It's from 10 to noon, and then 2 to 4 in the afternoon. It's predicting that it's going to be snow tomorrow, so most likely we're going to be doing indoor again. That's just what it is. We're lucky to have the indoor fields. Other than that, and then Sunday should be good weather, but I'm pretty sure that, I don't know about tomorrow, but if the snow stays on the ground, we're not going to be able to play outside as well on Sunday. So we'll probably play indoor the whole tryout. So I'll let you know how it goes tomorrow. Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to day 2 of the tryout. So this is after day 2 happened. So we woke up in the morning and it was predicted to snow. So on our way here in the lift drive here, we were driving and it started to snow before we got to the complex. And so we were warming up, and we got divided into 2 groups of, there's still 4 teams, and me and Yuri were on the second game because they only have 1 turf field out here, and so they had 1 group with 2 teams play a game first, and then we would play the second game after that. And what the game consisted of was 2 30-minute halves. So we were in here for an hour in the indoor field, just kind of resting, and then by the second half we were warming up and getting ready to go. And it was snowing pretty bad outside for that game, as you can see here. And then we were just inside resting, like I said.
Yep. So when we got out there, Simon and I, like you said, were in different teams, but we were in the same group, so we were just playing against each other. But we were still out on the fields at the same time. When we got out, it was still snowing, probably around 30 degrees, freezing. A lot of players here are from out the country. Some of them have never even seen snow, first time seeing snow.
Yeah.
So playing for them in these conditions was, they were not even used to it. So it's very difficult conditions for anyone to play in alone. It doesn't matter if you've ever seen snow or not, because playing on snow is just, the ball bounces differently, it's just different.
Yeah.
So performing outside in this 30-degree weather, it was not the best, but that's what we deal with. The coaches were out there assessing and what they needed to see. We played 2 30 minutes after the game, came back in. Coaches said that they were gonna reorganize the teams for tomorrow, based on skill level, based on what they wanted to see, what they saw, and group them in their groups that they needed them in, that they needed the players in. And then they said afternoon training is canceled, and that was pretty much the day.
Yeah, so they canceled the afternoon training session because it was pretty rough in the morning. A lot of us gave a lot of effort, so they just told us to rest our bodies and come prepared for tomorrow. Like Yuri said, when they shuffled the groups up into players that they want to see more of and players that, you know, probably aren't going to make the cut. So we'll give you an update tomorrow onto what happens with us. Other than that, that's pretty much it. It was just bad conditions, like Yuri said, with the chemistry not being on, not knowing anybody. It is day 2, so you do know your team a little bit, but people not knowing how to play in the snow conditions did make it even more difficult to play at a tryout. So,
No doubt.
I mean, honestly, you just got to be prepared for anything. It's one of those cliche sayings, but it is true. So
Yeah, you just never know what you're getting yourself into. It's already hard playing with new teammates, but now you're playing in these difficult conditions, which is what soccer players do, but at the same time, you're out here trying to perform for a professional contract, and to perform, you probably want your best setting. When you're performing on it was snowing, and then after we started playing for a little bit, it turned into ice.
Yeah.
So now you're playing on an ice turf, trying to perform, and it's just, that's pretty much a recipe for disaster.
yeah, it was bad. The ball jumps up or it skips or anything, and I mean, you take a fall, and Yuri took a fall and his knee started bleeding. He got cut up by the ice on the field, and so it's just it is what it is. But
and you're trying to play the best that you can to earn a contract. So this is what happens when you come to these open tryouts. Just, you're competing with 70, 80, 60, 100 other people, and that's what you get.
So we'll give you an update on tomorrow, and thank you for tuning in to day 2. So day 3 is over, and we just headed out to dinner. It was recommended by our Lyft drivers that we go out to a place called Hideaway Pizza. So I guess to recap, day 3 of the tryouts was we got split into 2 groups, like we said in the day 2 video, of players that they wanted more time to assess and players that they definitely saw an interest in identifying bringing certain players to preseason. So me and Yuri made the second group, which stayed inside, and then they sent out the first group to play in a quick game just to see if they wanted to add any players to our group. And then, we just warmed up, and then we headed outside as well to play in 2 30-minute halves.
Yep, so as we got out there today, it was a little bit better playing conditions, no more snow. The field was almost all cleared up, so very little ice on the field, almost none. Still very cold, it's probably around 35 degrees. Very windy actually, so that was not great, but like we said, there's always something, bad conditions, whatever it may be. Now today, as we said before, with the chemistry, we played with different players again. So almost every single day you're playing with the different players, and you can't really get used to anyone. We played two halves of 30 minutes. After those 2 halves were over, we were told to go back inside. After we got back inside, the coach gathered us all around. Pretty much at every tryout you have at the end where the coach brings everyone back together, has his little sayings that he says, and then off we go in our directions. So what was interesting today is the coach brought us all in. Something he told us that everyone should keep in mind is how you play on the field is extremely important. But what's just as important is how you are as a person, how you interact with other players, coaches, how you warm up, your professionalism, all those things. It's not just how good you are on the ball, how you are as a soccer player, all these things of how you are as a person, how you interact with people, how you are as a professional, it all goes into account that they look at the end of the day. And for you to keep in mind is these coaches are coaches, but they are responsible for, 21 to 25 adults, professionals, and controlling them as human beings before even coaching. Because if a coach loses his players, then there's no more coaching needed. So that's something everyone should keep in mind attending these open tryouts.
Exactly, and I thought that was a good point as well from the head coach and Yuri bringing it up. Other than that, they said that they would contact us, and usually they don't say a specific day. They just say that they'll contact you individually if they want to bring you into preseason. And so that could be within a week, a day, 2 days, so anything like that. And so now we're just stuck here waiting. So we'll be on our way to back to Colorado tomorrow, and that'll be it for this trial. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope this helped you out with any future trials that you do have.
All right, guys. Peace.
See ya.